Welcome everyone, this is RH. Here I'm going to try landing this F-18 Hornet on a carrier. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's pretty cool, but here we go. My highest score is over 1,600,000. Keep in mind this is carrier landing. It's probably the hardest thing, and the simulation's pretty accurate. So on the HUD there you'll see like a orange, like it's not a full circle, but it's almost a complete circle from the HUD. So I have to drop the nose down to do that and stay at the proper speed. You have to keep that orange circle. If you don't, you're going too slow or too fast, whatever. See, that's the glide slope that just popped up on the HUD. So I got to get that yellow square in the middle of those green lines. So I'm starting out pretty bad here. Normally don't worry about live streaming, but I thought it would be kind of neat to show people that are interested. Anyways, I got to get that square down into the so I got to drop the nose, drop the airspeed both, I guess, so to peel off that altitude. Yes. Just got to pick up the nose a little bit, up the throttle a little bit. Don't overcorrect. Now that wasn't going to be a very good score, but anyways, first attempt pretty good. Of course, this is like one of the hardest things to do as far as flying a fighter jet simulator. Well, it's almost a million score. My best score, 1,665,020 points, whatever. That top score is 2 million. There's like, I don't know, thousands of people that's gotten a top score. I don't know how they do it, but it's pretty difficult. They must play it a lot of times, a lot of attempts. But of course, there's actual pilots out there that do this. It's kind of a good way to train before you actually get an aircraft. But of course, they have the whole setup. I'm using a Microsoft game controller, and it's not like a flight stick or joystick or whatever you call it. But anyways, that was the first try. So the angle of attack, time spent on speed, that was that orange like circle on the HUD. The glide slope is that where I had to keep that yellow square in between those green lines. I didn't do a very good job with that. But anyways, I was set up. The setup was kind of slow, so I was trying to catch up, whatever. And I took the wire 1, which is the lowest amount of point, but I still nearly got, well, over 950,000. So here's the score bar right here. So when I had 1,600,000 and something, I was right around here, and this would be like perfect, you know. I mean, 2 million would be a perfect score. So restart and try again. Hopefully I can do this in 2 or 3 tries, at least get around 1,600,000. But yes, you can also fly with the seeing the aircraft from the outside is kind of neat. Maybe I'll do it. I haven't done that in a while, but As far as carrier landings go, that's pretty hard to keep it like that. It's easier to me to be in the cockpit. So I'm going to try something different a little bit. I'm going to peel off the airspeed right away. See how that my ball is whatever is dropping below the carrier on the HUD. So I got to pick up the airspeed and get that little orange circle. You'll see like a green flashing, kind of like a red flashing. Okay, there goes the glide slope. So let me see if I can get this glide slope down basically where it should be quick, a lot quicker than I did last time, while keeping it on speed. Come on. So you can't overreact, make overcorrections, because you'll be in some serious trouble, I guess, in real life and in the simulation. Now they have all these pilots, these fighter pilots, fighter bomber pilots, they have pretty much, they all have these simulators before they actually fly live. Get in the cockpit and actually fly the aircraft. So they do a lot of ground school training. Well, I stuck 2 landings in a row. That's not bad, you know, for this. It's a lot harder than it looks, believe me. So I went over a 1,143,000 there. It's not a bad score. Of course, not my highest score. I'm gonna restart again. I should have looked at that score a little bit better, but that's fine. Pretty much know what I did wrong, but few overcorrections, I guess you call it. Okay, I have to get that yellow square in the middle of those 2 green lines. Once you see that pop up, those green lines in that yellow square, that's when your score starts. Just a little high, huh? Missed that one. Bounced. I'm trying to get the best score and trying to rush it a little bit, but that's fine, you know. I don't want this to be too long and people won't even watch it. You know, I wouldn't watch like a 10-hour long attempt to get like 2 million score, which for me really is kind of impossible. Almost. You know, we're flying with real weather conditions too. There's an 8-mile-an-hour wind, so you have to consider all the stuff. You know, and you're landing on an aircraft carrier that's not stationary too. It's basically, I guess it's easier for it to be going, I don't know, however, how many knots, but could you imagine doing this at nighttime? I couldn't. Messed up that time. High low.
Power.
Not gonna work good. Ooh, crash. Yeah, I messed up. I wasn't really paying attention that time. Let me see here. That's alright. I'll get it. I just really started this morning, really trying to get that speed. I never really paid attention to the speed that much. I was always watching mainly the glide slope. You know, it's amazing I even got 1,600,000 because I wasn't even looking at the speed to get that score. So I guess that was a lot of luck involved. Come on now. Speed back up there. If y'all see that little green light that's blinking, it needs to be amber if you're lined up for the runway. Good enough, I mean, or perfect. It'll be a solid amber light instead of a green blinking light. Not a very good score, but anyways. Glide slope was horrible that time. Well, wasn't good. Gotten worse, believe me. You can see how the nose is like basically going up, and you see the line. There's a line like for the line of the horizon. You can keep it where you keep your aircraft level. Let me see here. There's that amber light right there below the carrier deck. A little bit better than the last one. Try. Each one of these is 2 minutes long, so each attempt is 2 minutes long. Yeah, the switches on these controllers is not optimum, believe me, trying to fly this thing. It's, I have like little wheel controllers, thumb wheels, I guess you call it, and they're not the easiest to basically, to adjust to precision, kind of like flight adjustments, well, I guess you call it. I'm not making a lot. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's just what I have. You know, there's people that have a whole like cockpit. I mean, with all the realistic stuff you can imagine. And a lot of people do this stuff on their PC. A C student. Yeah, I'm missing the third wire. side slope again is horrible. Try this one more time. Oh man, this is a good setup right now. Pitch that nose up a little bit more. Just a little, huh? It's like a lot to me. Means I gotta take off like a touch and go when you do that. Man, I was lined up pretty good there for a while. They tell you not to flare out too. Flaring out is meaning you're coming from an angle from the right or left, like a, like a bird has like those wings that fan out in the back, I guess you'd call it. I don't know. Yeah, so like flaring out, coming in from like a right angle or left angle. I was doing that when I first started. I thought I had to line up perfectly, but of course the aircraft carrier's moving. Need to concentrate. I think that might be pretty good. I don't know. Well, pretty good. Well, that ends it for today. I tried, guess I got a little over 1 million on one of those scores, but that's basically how you do it. Not perfect, but good day, y'all. I'll catch y'all later. I might do another one after this.